Hello to another cooking show with the Tater Cowgirls. Look who is there. Eddie, our new freshman in Gilroy High School. She helps me today. And I had an idea and I got a recipe from a friend from Texas. I have, as you know, a Meyer lemon tree in the garden, and I'm having Meyer lemons all year long. I mean, this tree is overproducing. It has blossoms right now, it has green fruit and has ripe lemons on it, so I really need to use my lemons. I give them away to neighbors and everything, but I have so many, so I decided to do this recipe, which is not my own one. It's a vegan, whole plant-based recipe, and it comes from a friend in East Texas. So let's get started. Oh, I have to show you something first, because you saw it now since 2017, since I do cooking shows. Look at that, look at that. My husband painted the dirty garage wall. The blue stripes are still on there, the tape, because he wants to paint it again, but it is not dirty anymore. Woo! And we still have the stuff here. If you look here, lots of boxes, because we get our house tented and fumigated in next week. So we will move into our RV, the Garlic Princess, and I plan on having a cooking show on the campground. It's locally in San Juan Bautista. We reserved 3 days. And hopefully I can do a cooking show and load it up. I'm not sure how the Wi-Fi works. Usually campground Wi-Fi's are not that great. I may have to wait until I'm back in the house, but I will try. But you see my RV next time during the cooking show. Promise! So, and now we are doing something sweet today. We bake a lemon tart with polenta. If you haven't seen that, that was new to me, so I'm happy to do that. And I'm trying to get you a little down here and we'll see what I'm doing. See my bowl? Yeah. Okay, we start with 1 cup polenta. So I take that corn grits polenta organic. And I need a cup. I need to put that somewhere else. Let's put that on. Oh, actually let's put get that later. So 1 cup polenta. That's the dry ingredients I'm mixing now. Then 1 cup oat flour. Here. Come on, oat flour, get out here. We need you. Ooh, now it's of course too much. Of course. Okay. Oat flour. And Eddie, if you want to do something, you can let them run around if you want to. The dogs are barking. As usual. Nothing new here. They sit in their cages right now. Okay. If you want to do something, you want to rub more lemon zest in there. I need lemon zest for later, okay? Just rub as much as you can. You know how to do it, like this. You hold it like this. Let's show them how I do it. I hold it like this, upside down. I rub, and then you have the stuff here, and then I put it here, or put it with the finger. Okay, just do it much as you can. I already started with 1 lemon. Okay, so we got the the oat flour. Now we need half a cup, 1.5 cup almond flour. 1.5 cup. I'm spilling today. 1.5 cup. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that little RV trip to San Juan Bautista, because it's like shaking down the RV before we go on a big trip to Crater Lake in summer. It will be our big RV trip. Okay. I'm spilling here. Okay. This is that. A teaspoon baking soda. A teaspoon baking soda. Of course, when we fumigate the home, it's a lot of, that's why I have all the boxes here. We have to take all the food out. You know, that's not sealed in glass. So it's a big activity here, which we have to do this next weekend, and I'm not looking forward to it. We take all the pets and everything, but it's so bad. We try to avoid it. We've replaced walls and stuff in the remodel, but it's so bad we have to fumigate the home, and the neighbor too, so we do it together because they have the same problem. We live in a duplex, and of course they have the same problem. So this was not in the recipe, but I add maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon salt to it. I like a little bit salt on my cakes. Okay. And now the lemon zest. So that's enough. It's about 1.5 lemons, lemon zest. About a teaspoon, I would say. And we use the lemon later because we need the juice too. Okay. And now we mix that. It should be mixed very well, so you don't want to have separated stuff. It should really mix in, that you have the baking soda everywhere, the salt everywhere, the grits everywhere. That's a neat recipe. And I really like the tart she made, so cake, whatever you want to call it. And it's whole plant based vegan, I'm telling you. And I have a sweet tooth. I don't know how you feel. I have a sweet tooth, and I like eating sweet stuff now and then. And if you deprive yourself all the time, you end up eating bad stuff, you know. It's not good for you. Been there, done that. Okay, that looks good to me. So now we get to the liquid stuff. We need, first of all, with my hand mixer, can you see that? Yeah. I used the content of 1 can of chickpeas, and I mix it until it looks like whipped cream. It takes about 3 minutes. So we need that, so prepare that. And now we need a cup of pitted dates, or I used raisins and cranberries. I had that, and this needs to go. So let's do our liquid stuff here. You can see it. The cable is not long enough. Let me see. Yeah, you can see it. Let's put this a little up. Okay. Here we go. That's where the music plays. So a cup, I have these California raisins and a few cranberries, so that I ended up with a cup. And we need a 1/4 cup water. A 1/4 cup water, a teaspoon vanilla, 2 teaspoons apple cider vinegar, and 1/2 cup lemon juice. So here's the 1/2 cup lemon juice. Here's the apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar, yeah. 2 teaspoons. Here are the cranberries, or raisins, or dates, whatever you have. And then I use, because I supplemented with cranberries, which are not that sweet. So I use 1 tablespoon date syrup. Oops. Date syrup. You see that? Date syrup. And the vanilla is 1 teaspoon. Vanilla is 1 teaspoon. Oh, I took a teaspoon date syrup. Let's do the vanilla first. 1 teaspoon. Let's do 1/2 tablespoon date syrup, because I want to have enough sweetness in there. So I'm not using any sugar, as you see. That's why I want to make sure, you know, I hand wrote that recipe when she told me the recipe, so sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. I apologize for that. There is the cup for the syrup. That's the vanilla. You can put that away. Right. And what do we need? A 1/4 cup water. Water. It's actually good. The date syrup by itself tastes good. Okay, that's it. Now we close it. I think we have everything. Yeah. Now we close it. Come on. What's going on today? Let's just clean that up in my new kitchen. I don't want to have any dirt here. Looks pretty good. Okay. Let's see. The dates should be relatively chopped, or whatever you have. I have raisins. That's a little bit easier, I think. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. So we put that in to our dried ingredients, and we mix it really well. I have a little bit spilled here. Let's put that in too. I don't want to get rid of the. Okay. I'm a spiller today. What can I say? Okay, am I in? Yeah. Am I in focus? Yeah. Okay, so let's get that all nicely. You can use your hands too if you feel like working with your hands. like a coarse dough, a really, really dry, coarse dough. And when we have that, what we do now is we fold in, and we do not work too much. We fold in the chickpea aquafaba, that's what it's called. And I whipped it up with a hand mixer, so it looks like whipped cream. And we take that all in. And you do not want to work too much or stir it, just fold it in. Because you want the air bubbles we have in the aquafaba react here with the dough. You mix it fluffy. And will ensure our cake will rise. So you just fold it in like this until it's pretty much incorporated, but don't stir, just fold. Take that away. You see it better? See, it's almost in. It's almost good now. Yeah. Okay, now we use a silicone cake pan, about 9 inches. You know, I have that. We don't need to grease that. If you have only another cake pan, you have to grease it, but that one we don't. And we put the cake in, the dough in. The dogs are just entertaining everybody right now. And we spread it out evenly. Now I have something. I used like 7 ounces of mandarins, which I will put in. My friend did that too. They will sink into the dough, so don't worry about them. You don't have to put them in. Just spread them evenly. Okay. And now we put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. And then we come back and make a glaze. And it will just be fine. Oh, there's one more. Where is nothing? Here. Let's put it here. Okay, let's get it in. Okay, see you later. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here is my tart. This is how it came out in the silicone form. We have to cool a little bit down so that it goes out nicely of the form. And I will put you down to look at it. Let's do this right away. So I had it in 5 minutes longer, by the way. So every oven is different. I have a new oven. I'm not so sure about it. I left it in 40 minutes, picked with a toothpick, and it is fine. See how nice and brown it is? Let me see. Here you see it. See how nice and brown it is? Cool. So it has to, you can, if you want, you can go around with the knife. I trust my silicone form. And one more thing, always use mittens, because the silicone form is really, really hot when you take it out of the oven. So do not touch the silicone form. have the silicone foam on a cookie sheet, many bakes, and then you can take it out with the cookie sheet or like this one, a little rack. So what we do now is, it's cold enough now, we put it down. See, and something happens which usually never happens in my kitchen. It actually hangs on the silicone, which is not a big problem because you know what we do, and that's actually a good idea that you see that, because that's what I usually do when that happens. You see it? Half of the cake was hanging on there. So what I usually do is I put it around, patch it in. I don't know why it didn't work this time. It usually works really well, but I have a new oven. I should have left it in a little bit longer. I don't know. But that's not a big deal. See, it happens to all of us. Okay. And I trust my silicone foam usually always. Okay. Let's put just you can try it, yeah. Okay. Because what we do now is we put a glaze on top, so nobody will see what happened here, okay? Don't freak out. This way a little more. Yeah, hold on. Don't freak out. Here it is. Maybe we put it a little bit back, and you see that little crumble stuff? Yeah, that's my. It came out, half of the thing came out great, but it tastes good. Ooh, good. Anyway, I take the liquid, which I have from the mandarins. I put half a cup. It's about half a cup. Yep, half a cup of liquid. It's from the mandarins, the liquid, and I substituted a little bit with lemon juice so that I got half a cup. And we now have to use powdered sugar for the glaze. You have an option, you can do a chocolate glaze with the vegan chocolate morsels you get at Whole Foods, that works fine. Or you just put powdered sugar on top, which I would not recommend if you do the same like I did. If it hangs on a silicone foam. I do powdered sugar in there, and you have to put just as much in there that you get like a syrupy, I would say half a cup probably is enough. You get some kind of syrupy liquid which we will put on the cake. And we have to stir it with a fork, so you don't want to have the crumbles in there. But you want it really thick, so. And this is vegan, organic sugar. Why vegan? Because they don't use bone jars. So I always get it's a little bit more expensive, but I don't know, it helps. So, and the lemon and the mandarin will taste really good in it. Yeah, it's a little more than half a cup, which probably a cup, but we won't probably use the whole glaze. Okay, and now we glaze it Hold on. We pour it on and let it drip over. Glue it up. Oops, not on the table. Okay, and then you have to have that on it to have it a little sweet. I mean, it's up to you, but I would not do it without. Then you put the powdered sugar on top. It actually doesn't look bad with the crumbles. It looks like a tart. It's not meant to be that way, but it's okay. So I'm gonna do it here too, that it looks even the one that was not crumbled. So this way you have even looking tart. Let me just get a towel. Make it nice looking on the edge. Okay. Red. It's just for us, so I mean, when you do it for somebody else, make sure it's not gluing on the silicone form. Anyway, I have something with the little cheese cutter. I put some of the lemon zest and I put that on it as a little garnish. It always looks nice in the middle. And there it is, lemon tart with polenta, whole plant-based, oops, oh man, today is not a good day, with polenta and gluten-free. Let's try it, okay? Let's get one out here. Let's take this one here. Put it on my plate. We have a cake. Oh yeah, here. Looking good. And we'll try it. You want to try too? Sure. Get a fork. Mandarins are. Mandarins make it really moist and good. Good, huh? Yep. Even if the silicone form was a little disaster, the cake is good. Cake is good, looks good, and tastes very lemony. It's sweet enough, not too sweet, very moist. 2 thumbs up. Good recipe. Show you the cake again. That's good. Maybe leave it in. Look at your oven. I think if I would have left it in a little bit longer, maybe 5 minutes longer, it wouldn't have, or cool it down a little bit longer. That might be too, I didn't cool it long enough. I usually let my cake cool 10 minutes before I take it out. That might be actually it, and I took it out just when it turned on, so I might have let it cool 3 minutes. Might not be enough. Anyway, I learned from it. And we see you again for our next cooking rodeo with the Tater Cowgirls from our RV, the Garlic Princess, next week. So like they say in California, peace out. Pow.